as you're thinking about it, think about it. You don't have to give me an answer. We can come back later because you're a respectful young man. I pray all the Muslims would dialogue like you. Now, you do believe the Quran is uncreated, right?
The Quran is uncreated?
Yeah, because if you're Ahl al-Sunnah wa Jama', I love the Arabic. It's too bad you Muslims took the Arabic, man. It's a beautiful language. Ahl al-Sunnah wa Jama'. If you're part of Sunni Islam, you believe the Quran is Kalam Allah, the speech of Allah, right?
Yeah.
Is it created or uncreated?
Allah created it with his knowledge, with his uncreated knowledge.
Okay, so is the Quran created or uncreated? That's what I'm asking you.
The Quran is created from Allah.
Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. A'udhu billahi min Muhammad.
I know what you're gonna say. I know exactly what you're gonna say.
No, I have the statements from your scholars of Ahl al-Sunnah wa Jama', like the creed of At-Tahawi. The Quran is uncreated. The creed of At-Tahawi and others, not just him, even in a hadith by Abu Dawood, the Quran is uncreated. Ahmad ibn Hanbal, the Quran is uncreated. And even modern scholars of Sunni, Hamza Yusuf, the Quran is uncreated. You want me to play clips from these?
All right, sure, let's go with that. I don't get it.
Okay, so you believe that? Because now you're telling me you believe that, and then now you're saying, no, it's created. Stuck for Allah gets stuck.
I know what you're gonna say, but sure, let's just roll with it.
Okay, no, you don't know what I'm gonna say. Because if the Quran is uncreated, that means Surah Al-Fatiha has no beginning, right?
Sure.
Now, can you recite Surah Al-Fatiha and then translate it for us?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Okay, translate.
In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. All praises for Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the most compassionate, the most merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment. You alone we seek, and you alone we ask help. Guide us to the straight path, the path for those who you have blessed, not those who you are displeased with, nor those who are astray.
Okay, now, this surah, because it's Quran, it's uncreated, right?
Yes.
So I want everyone to know I'm not misrepresenting the position of Ahl al-Sunnah wa Jama'. It's uncreated. So this is a prayer, right?
Yes. No,
and this prayer has always existed, right?
It's not our prayers. It's partly a dua and praising Allah.
Okay, what is dua if it's not prayer? When you make dua, are you not praying?
You get sure.
So it's a prayer because you're making dua, supplication, and you're also praising.
Yeah.
That's what prayer is. So it's a prayer. Anyway, so this prayer has always existed. It has no beginning. And it's the speech of Allah, right? So this is Allah's speech, Allah speaking, right?
Mm-hmm.
So are you telling me that before creation, Allah is praying this prayer? And if so, to who?
Allah revealed these words. It doesn't mean he said that.
No, but before creation, this prayer has always been part of his speech. This is Allah's speech, Allah speaking speech. So before creation, before he revealed this prayer has always existed. If it always existed, who's been praying it?
What? This has to be a fallacy because let me ask you a question.
It has to be what?
Fallacy.
Why is it a fallacy if it's a speech? Unless it's human speech. So you're saying Surah Al-Fatiha is not Allah's speech, it's human speech.
Is the Bible?
No, we don't believe the Bible's uncreated. We don't believe the Bible existed before creation. We believe God inspired human authors to write down with their own human language the words that God wanted them to write. It's not the same. You're comparing apples and pineapples.
I thought Jesus came down and he preached.
Jesus is not the Bible. Jesus is the eternal word who became flesh. Yes, Jesus is the eternal word. He's the uncreated word who became human, but he's not the Bible. So we're talking about the Quran. So is the Quran like Jesus or the Quran's like the Bible? Which is it?
The Quran is uncreated, yes. But
so we believe Jesus is the uncreated word. So you're saying the Quran is like Jesus, right?
To an extent, sure. The Quran is not a living thing.
No, it is a living being because according to the hadiths of your prophet, the Quran is going to come and speak to Allah and make intercession. Shifah. That's in Muslim and other sources. Surah Al-Baqarah and Surah Al-Imran will come as birds, argue with Allah to intercede for those that recited them. It is a living being. That's what your prophet taught.
So what are you trying to get at?
I mean, do you want me to show you the hadith or you take my word? I can show it to you.
I'll take your word, but I'm saying what are you trying to get at?
You said the Quran is not a living being. Yes, it is.
Okay. What are you trying to get at?
So now we change subject, but come back to the prayer. So you believe Allah prays?
No.
Because then who is praying Surah Al-Fatiha?
Allah revealed it.
Is
by-
Surah Al-Fatiha the speech of Allah?
Yes.
Is every word of the Quran Allah's speech?
Yes.
Is every ayah of Surah Al-Fatiha Allah's speech?
Yes.
That means you just admit Allah is speaking that prayer. It's Him praying it.
Can you show me a hadith that said that Allah recited the Quran?
I can show you, yeah, Allah did recite the Quran. Yes, thank you for asking. Here, let me show it to you, right? So can you read it? And I'm going to give you another one. I'm going to give you two of the same hadith.
Abu Hurairah reports God's messenger as saying 8,000 years before creating the heaven and the earth.
How many years before?
1,000 years. 1,000 years. 8,000 years.
Okay, 1,000 years before the heavens and earth were created, what did Allah do?
Good. God recited Taha. Yes.
What did your God recite?
Taha.
And what else?
Yasin.
So your God is reciting surahs 1,000 years before creation?
Well, if you look at it, it's fixed.
What do you look at it? You asked me to show you from the hadith where Allah recites Quran. I showed you. Now you want to say, no, it means He was sending gifts.
Did it say He recited the Fatiha?
Have you read Taha and Yasin where there it's praising Allah? There are praises to Allah. That means if Allah is reciting it, that means He is praising. So He's praising Himself. Okay, I like you. No, I like you because the way you could answer, like, hey, well, doesn't say Surah Al-Fatiha, so I got you. Ha ha ha. Here it is. Abu Hurairah reported God's messenger saying, 1,000 years before creating the heavens and the earth, God recited Taha and Yasin, and when the angels heard the recitation, they said, happy are a people to whom this comes down. Happy are the minds which carry this, and happy are the tongues which utter this. Now, the hadith says 1,000 years before creating what?
The earth and the other way.
So now, before the heavens and earth. Now, can I ask you a question? If Allah is reciting Taha and Yasin 1,000 years before the heavens and the earth, how in the world do you have angels there hearing the recitation before the heavens and the earth were made? So angels are not part of creation?
Wait, angels are created by Allah's.
But it says 1,000 years before the creation of the heavens and the earth, Allah recited Taha and Yasin, and the angels heard it and said, wow, happy are those who received this recitation. How could angels have been there hearing Allah recite 1,000 years before the creation of the heavens and the earth?
Do you know Angel Jibril is the first word? It's the first creation.
It can be the first or last or the middle. I want to know, how do you have angels hearing Allah recite Taha and Yasin 1,000 years before the heavens and earth were created, when the angels are part of the creation of the heavens?
I don't know personally.
Okay, that's okay. I'm not going to press you. If you don't know, I respect that. You don't know, that's fine. But what you did establish was that Allah recites Quran. But can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't part of your worship ibadah to recite Quran in your daily prayers?
Yes.
So I want to know, if Allah is reciting the Quran, isn't that ibadah? Isn't that worship?
Allah is worshiping Himself.
So why is Allah performing worship ibadah? Because to recite the Quran is ibadah, it's worship. And why does Allah pray? See, I'm still stuck on that one.